Welcome to Architects Tour, and for today, we will be watching part 2 of our architecture in Philippine movies. We will be watching movies shot in Philippines and in Italy. Our first movie was shot in Philippines.
Ibabango dyan. Ibabango ka. Gusto mo sarili mo, ha? Dali. Ayan, dress. Tara. Dali. Doon tayo.
This next movie is titled Four Sisters and a Wedding, and this movie was shot in Palazzo Verde or Green Palace in Philippines. It is formerly called Fernbrook Gardens. The building's concept is of Victorian-era architecture, composed of steel structures, the glass dome, shrubs, vines, and trees. This is the aerial view of the Grand Conservatory Dome. This building is the location of chapels, ballrooms, and this dome is the Grand Conservatory. Examples of Victorian-era architecture is the Royal Botanic Garden in UK, composed of glass domes, the Brooklyn Bridge in New York, the Palace of Westminster in UK, Painted Ladies' Residence in California, USA.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
This movie is titled Second Chance. This scene was shot at the Church of the Immaculate Heart of Mary in Antipolo Hills, Philippines. The architectural style is of modern tropical architecture, using steel as most of its structure. This church was designed by Dominic Galicia Architects, also the designer of the newly renovated National Museum in Manila. Painted white structural frames can be seen as the main feature, and the stepped layers of the roof are designed with glass highlights to lighten the entire congregation. The next movie is called Quezon's Game, a movie about how Manuel L. Quezon helped save around 1,200 Jewish people from dying in Germany during World War II. This movie was also shot at Las Casas Filipinas de Acozar. Las Casas Filipinas de Acozar is owned by construction tycoon Jose Jerry Acozar, owner of the new San Jose Builders Incorporated. This scene here was shot at the Estero de Binondo replica. It's a reminder of the Estero de Binondo in the early 1900s. This building here is called Casa Jaen. Casa Jaen is a bahay na bato built in the 1900s. It shows the glass windows, which is very modern during that time, the porte-cochere or porch made of stone walls and arched entranceway. This next scene here is in Plaza Marcelino, showing its landscaping and these classical lampposts, very typical during the Spanish time in the Philippines. In the movie's intro, we saw this tram replica in Las Casas. Trams are very common in Manila during the 1900s. It is the 1900s version of the MRT system that we have today. These are the actual operational tram in Las Casas. Our next stop is in Italy. First, we go to Milan. This movie is titled Milan. Milan has one of the greatest architectural buildings in the world.
Hindi naman ganyan eh.
In Milan, they visited this oldest shopping gallery in Italy. It was built in the year 1877 by architect Giuseppe Mengoni, who even has his own statue in Italy. It was built around 144 years ago, but still its design and beauty is timeless. The architectural elements used here are mosaic tiles for the flooring, Very obvious are these arched windows used everywhere in the building. They also use this massive arched glass roof that is supported by steel frames.
Oh, sige, grazie. Ciao, ciao. O, sige. Alam ko marami pa kayo trabaho, ha? O, sige. Ciao, Lino. Salamat. Oh, Lino! Halika na!
Di ba tayo pumasok sa loob?
Hindi!
In our next destination, we go to the city of Rome. Here, Piolo Pascual was seen staring at this big area called the St. Peter's Square. We can see this building here which is named the St. Peter's Basilica. And also this series of columns which are called colonnades, 284 columns in total. We can see in this aerial view the St. Peter's Square and the Via de la Conciliación Street. And we have here the facade view of St. Peter's Basilica. And also this obelisk that came from Egypt and was transported to Italy by using an obelisk ship.
Oh, Lino! Tama na yan. Halika na. Katama pa ako. Bahala ka na nga sa buhay mo. Iiwan na kita.
Jenny!
The next place shown here is called the Trevi Fountain. Trevi Fountain was designed by Nicola Salvi. Trevi Fountain was considered belonging to the Baroque architecture. The building behind the Trevi Fountain is called the Palazzo Poli.
Jen!
Ano ba?
Punta, sandali!
Tigilan mo nga
Jen!
ako.
Jen, ano ba? Hindi ko alam to!
Eh, ano ngayon? Mabuti pang mawala ka na sana.
Saan ka po pupunta?
Hay nako, umuwi ka na nga mag-isa mo.
Jen!
Alam mo, nakakapagod ka na, ha?
This next place is called the Spanish Steps. The Spanish Steps was designed by Francisco de Sancti and Alessandro Specchi. A total of 135 steps. Built in 1725, it was used as a link to the Trinita dei Monti at the top of the hill.
Jen, thank you to sa'yo sa lahat ng ginawa mong tulong para sa akin. Sige, Jen, ha?
This next location is at the Grand Canal in Venice, Italy. This bridge is called the Rialto Bridge. It was designed by Antonio da Ponte in 1591. We can see these arched doorways and the series of classical stone balustrade. We have here this video of the Grand Canal showing the buildings surrounding the Grand Canal and all these gondolas. And now we can see the Rialto Bridge with all the people walking and crossing the bridge. We have this bridge here called the Bridge of Sight, or ang tulay ng buntong hininga in Tagalog. It was designed by Antonio Contino. This bridge actually was not made for tourists, but made for prisoners of this prison cell going to the interrogation rooms here in the Doge's Palace. This bridge is composed of this small window made of stone bars, and the bridge is covered with white limestone. And for our last destination in Venice is the Piazza San Marco or St. Mark's Square. Shown in the movie was the St. Mark's Basilica and the bell tower of the St. Mark's Basilica. The tower's belfry and spire was designed by Giorgio Spavento. Let's have a look at the aerial view. And this building is the Basilica di San Marco or St. Mark's Basilica. This building was built around 1098 BC, more than 900 years ago. Its character is of Italian Byzantine architecture. One of the unique features of this building is its ground gold mosaic in its exterior ceiling and also in its interiors. I hope you enjoyed watching our episode for today titled Architecture in Philippine Movies. And I would like to thank you, Alan Mogul, for the beautiful photos of Galleria Vittorio in Milan, Italy. Please check out his Instagram, Batmonks Photography. And please watch the part 1 of our series Architecture in Philippine Movies. Click the link here. If you want more videos about architecture, different kinds of buildings and structures, click like, share, and subscribe. And click on the bell icon below to be notified of new videos.